To the left, all your boxes off to the left. That's my year of 2019. All the box right to the left. Hi, so welcome to a live session. Honestly, you guys, I'm so excited. You guys are here finally. Honestly, I am so excited to chat. I do live sessions every day. It's one of those things I love to do, and it's one of those things that brings me joy. And I honestly, speaking of live sessions, I've been doing one every year. I mean, every day since last October, I think. October, Thursday, I did live sessions twice a day. But before that, I did a lot of recording sessions on my camera. My Sony went traveling with me for 3 years. I had a lot of content on there. And of course, all the, social media gadgets of things of like, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, and Twitter, all these things I used every day. And that was never a problem for me, something I enjoyed doing. I did that for 3 years straight. But anyways, people that follow obviously know exactly what I used. My family was always so obsessed. I remember my family was so obsessed whenever I would send them like Snapchat videos, like from like all of the places around the world. They were always so happy. Like, oh my God, Natalia, send me more from you riding an elephant. So it was always like a great blessing to have to do. And I definitely got really blessed with the life that I had. So I'm very blessed. Overall, I'm very blessed. I'm very happy. I'm very honored. And I'm very, 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 very grateful. I'm very grateful because we all choose our positives and our negatives, and I choose to stay as positive as possible. Just a lot of hiccups along the way, a lot of road bumps, and just a lot of, oh my God, just a lot of things that happen. And I've just been trying so hard to maneuver and push forward as much as I humanly possibly can. And that's usually me just staying happy around my family. My family, or the Habibi, which I just don't mention anymore for a really good reason. And this is why I want to do a live session today on October 9th. So thank you so much for joining me at 6:45. And I always like to joke and say, hey, welcome to Delilah. I love that channel. If no one ever knows about that channel, Delilah is a really, really awesome channel. She's beautiful. She's the love channel of Seattle Pacific Northwest, and I am obsessed with her. I love her voice. I used to fall asleep to her every single night growing up. Me and my sister, she would always turn on the music, and we would literally fall asleep to like Delilah's music all the time. And it was just like Nick Lachey singing or JT singing, or it's usually Mariah Carey, maybe Celine Dion. But it was always like, no, it was mostly like really, really just romantic music I think it was Savage Garden, if anybody knows that song. I Knew I Loved You, and like all these different songs where it just kind of like puts you to sleep, and it's like very, very soft. It just feels really good. And I usually fell asleep to that kind of music. And it was always my sister that turned it on. So I always joke about it because I grew up on that. I'm like, oh wait, now I'm doing like a video, or it's like a podcast kind of a thing. It's like, oh wait, hold on a second. It sounds like Delilah. That's the joke. But anyways, as I'm talking to you guys about all kinds of different things, a lot of things have been happening in life, and as I'm going to be editing my video from a vlog that I recorded today, I do all kinds of vlogs. I've recently just, I've been observing a lot of what other people do, a lot of things people talk about, and they're all very basic. They're all like my 10-step guide into like great healthy living, or my morning routines, my night routines, or like my just like regular stuff, it's like, here's my best way of being, like here's me eating in one day and stuff like that. But a lot of girls don't normally just talk, like a lot of girls, they create, either it's a fashion or it's like a plant, like it's just based on one topic, which is a good thing. You can do that. You can do that as well. But a lot of them don't actually have an opinion. And I feel like it's really important to have an opinion when you do any kind of vlog session. It's like, what do you think about what's happening in the world today? Or what do you think about what's happening around you? Or what are you actually going through too? I feel like that's very important to know. What are you going through? How was your past year? Or how was your like, what is your full on experience, you know? And I've been so loud, I've been so open, I've been so like over the T when it's come to my current year. And it's just been a little bit crazy for me because I'm that kind of a person. I hate hitting roadblocks. And this year has been a lot of massive roadblocks. And I'm just so tired and over it. And it's not like I'm complaining, I'm not whining, I'm just talking. I'm talking about everything that's happened. And a lot of it has to do with just saying thank you to this year. I feel like I want to start my sesh just by saying thank you because I've just been so like negative every day. I haven't fully just been like grateful for the fact that I'm alive. I have a family, I have a roof over my shoulder, and I have a candle in front of me and it smells delish. I have a camera with me. I have a phone. I have a great surrounding. I just have to be very grateful for everything that I have. And I always just forget. I get so negative. I get so like emotionally attached to the problem. I never look at what I'm blessed with, you know, because I do have a lot of problems right now. It's not even funny. I did come home like from like a set. I did just come home from a flight. I was in Texas and that wasn't really pretty. And that was just something that completely mentally just did something to me. So for 3 weeks and I was like, I don't know why I'm here anymore. I literally arrived there with a goal and I literally left there and I was like, I don't know why I even, I'm like, I don't even know why I came here. It's just like something inside of me just happened and just kind of tore me apart. And I was like, okay, well, I literally called my brother the moment I was in the airport and I was like, oh my God, help me. And he was like, yes, come home. And he bought me a ticket. And I was like crying. And my mom's like, change your phone number, change your life. Oh my God, what are you doing to yourself? And that's where it just kind of hit me straight in my head. I was like, oh my God, it's just so bad. I just have to say, that's great. I just have to say, I'm grateful that I'm still here and all them good things. It's just, this year has been a little bit messy. So this year has been really, really crazy because beginning of the year, everything seemed like I understood everything. And then as the year went by, I'm like, oh my God, there's something I'm not understanding fully. Something happened. And then it's like you hit a peak. I don't know if anyone ever hits a peak. You hit a peak and then all of a sudden just you, it's like in business, for instance, everything makes sense. And then when June came around, Amazon changed their algorithm and like 9 of our products failed. It's like, wait a second, what happened? Why did I go through that? And why is everyone else okay? Or some of them suffered and got renewed and stuff like that. And in that moment, I was like, I thought everything made sense and it didn't. And that's where it's kind of like, wait a second. So I feel like I feel that those moments when it just comes to not knowing like what the flip happened is a moment of like it kind of does something to you. It devastates you a little bit because it devastates you in a way of making you feel like you had everything under control and then you don't, you know? That's the kind of feeling I hated so badly this year. I was so in control. And then I literally just lost control. And it's like I went from a very high of understanding and then to a very low to a negative, you know? It's a very weird feeling. It's so weird that it honestly bothers me because I'm usually a very like put together human being. I'm very, very put together. So right now I'm just kind of like, I get so emotional. I get so emotional because I'm like, shoot, I shouldn't have to be this emotional, you know? It's like, wait a second. It's kind of bad. But so what I wanted to talk about today, I want to talk about 2019. It is October, you guys. Literally, it's October, geez Louise, October 9th. Gosh, it's October 9th. Can you guys believe it's October 9th? It's not even funny. It's October 9th, and I cannot believe it's October 9th because I am so shocked it's October 9th. I am so shocked. I just want to see. the light. Let me see how this works. It's literally October 9th, and I am literally mind blown that it is October 9th. And the reason why I say I'm mind blown is because I cannot believe that this year just went by so fast, and it went by so crazy. Like, I didn't even put my mind around it. And I still, like, I made a really, really big loop. And in the midst of the whole big loop, I didn't get anywhere. Do you ever feel that way? It's like, wait a second. So it's a little bit weird. I don't get it. So I want to talk about it. I want to talk about this year, starting from the beginning, starting from a lot of things, honestly. I thought just a lot of things made sense to me. Like me reaching out to a lot of people just kind of made sense. You know, I was like, wait a second, I'm here. I'm here to learn. I was like, I'm here to, like, I was in a phase of going through so much trauma. I was going through a divorce. I was going through so many things this year, trauma after trauma. I was telling my story. I was telling my existence. I was telling my problems, what I've suffered through, what I've been through, and how it affected me. And it just kind of all exploded all at once. Like everything just kind of went, meow. And I lost everything within like moments, within seconds, it feels like. And that just kind of, it was just really fast. And I was like, let me do something that makes me happy. I was like, where's my camera? Where's my camera? And I literally picked up my camera and I started vlogging, blogging. I started getting so involved, so happy. And I was literally messaging everybody online. I was so happy. This, like, beginning of the year was a really, really fun, great start to the year. It was so much fun beginning of the year. I was like, yay, finally started to feel good about myself, started to go to the gym, started to literally just get really happy. I literally, like, beginning of the year, I literally just got so happy, and I started doing things that I loved. I was like, okay, so if I could literally just do something that I love every single day and like not make it feel like work. I was already living that lifestyle for 5 years, and I was like, I want to extend it. Like, I want to make it even more interesting. So I got like into coaching sessions. I started to take speech classes. I started to learn a new language. I took Spanish, and I started to take French. And then I started to take more marketing classes, and I went to a few events last year, 3 events last year. I went to one marketing, one branding, and one marketing. So I went to 2 marketing, 1 branding, and I was like, okay, cool. And then last year was really fun. And then I remember just doing a lot of things that would help me, like a self-help. So I started reading a lot of books, doing a lot of podcasts. And then I relocated. So then I was like, okay, I'm gonna grab my things, and I left my parents' house. And then when I was here, just kind of life just completely shifted. A lot of things happened, and I just went through a phase of just trying to find ways to make myself happy in the midst of divorce. And divorce is really rough, and a lot of business stuff and a lot of confusion. And I was like, oh my God, I wanted to start a company. I should have waited on that. And I ended up lending money, and I was like, shoot, should have just waited for a little bit. I'm like, God bless that man's soul. Everything's fine, not a big deal. That was literally a year ago. But a year ago, what else? Relocation. So besides me like doing a lot of self-help kind of things where I was just so happy to, I was like, finally I came home from traveling. I came home from traveling 3 years in a row. And finally I can be my own human of learning and meeting so many people, because I got so, like, it was just me and my husband everywhere. So it just felt good to see more people, be around more people. And that's where it just gets so exciting. It's like you take a class, speech classes, and it's like you go into take a coaching sessions, you go to all these marketing events and branding. It was really fun. And then I remember I went into, what else did I go to? And then I started to take a lot of gym sessions, got a trainer, got all kinds of fun things. Just like SoulCycle was speaking my language. And then at one point it hit me. I was like, oh my God, I'm finally divorcing. And I took my wedding ring and I threw it in the trash in the middle of downtown LA. I still remember the trash. It was the trash on I think it's the trash like right by Bottega. It's like right next to the Whole Foods market. Remember that trash? I was like, you know what? I think it's over. Why am I pretending like it's not? Really took off my wedding ring and threw it in the trash. I was walking down up to the Wells Fargo up the hill, like past the library, and I was literally walking up by the I think it's called the art the contemporary arts Disney Hall. I remember that moment. I was right there. I was walking up there and I was like, I literally was crying and I saw that fountain. I was like, oh my God, I wish, like, I don't know. I was singing songs and I was crying, I remember. And I was like, this is over. And I really packed my things and I left. I came home to Seattle and I just came to a place where I feel safe and I could just let all my worries go loose. I was trying to save a lot of things and I just went marketing crazy. I literally marketed for like 6 months straight and until my mind exploded. I was like a robot for 6 months. I was doing all kinds of different things. Literally video after video, market, ad. And I was like, oh my God, I took like 2 marketing courses from Billy and Ty, and I literally just went so crazy. I got into real estate. I just started to take all kinds of classes just so I could feed my mind with so many different things. I was like, because I was trying to like focus myself off of like what was happening inside of me and like focus on so much downloading and a lot of information. So I was like, go, go, go. I just never stopped breathing. I remember like for 6 months straight until like I exploded, I think, when it hit March. March was like a peak where I was like, oh my God. I remember in March, I just kind of, something happened and I just like ran for the hills. I literally ran to my husband in Bali. That's a little bit too forward. Let's rewind a little bit back. So I think I came here when I was in July. So the reason why I'm explaining this, I'm just talking about my last year. This is a session I want to talk about my last year. I know it's been a lot about me. I know this is a very selfish kind of a blog. Потом, пап, я сейчас занята. I was honestly, this past 6 months, I think it was like from July. I moved to my parents in July of last year. I think it was July 7th. It was for my sister's birthday. Came here and it just kind of died here. Literally just died. I literally just kind of passed out. I went back to LA maybe like 4 times last year just so I could talk to the man to see if I could make something work or figure something out. And I didn't. I tried so hard and nothing worked. Just kind of like let it all go. And then after that, I went to an event in August. I remember a really cool event. And then I went to September. I came back to my family's home. Oh no, I went to Arizona. I saw my cousin for her birthday, September 1st last year. We had so much fun there for a week. Such a fun time in Arizona. And then after Arizona happened, I came home. My sister had her wedding the first weekend of September. That was really fun. She made a really, really cool guy. What else? And then what else? And then I came back home here to Seattle. And then that's when I went marketing crazy. I went from like, I think it was September, mid of September till like forever. It felt like I just went marketing crazy. I was like, oh my God, I have so many products, so many things I need to sell. So I went marketing crazy. And then after being marketing crazy, I started to get very, very deep and vulnerable. And like I started blogging, and I started sharing my story, started sharing everything. And I started to just kind of vomit everything on the screen. I just got very, very open in front of everybody, did a lot of giveaways and things. And I do have to say a lot of things did happen like at the end of the year to beginning of this year. And then I started noticing like odd things happening. And that's where I literally lost my mind. That's where literally life just became so crazy. I was calling my husband every day. I was like, oh my God, there's something happening. I don't know what's going on. I'm going crazy. And I had no proof. And that's where I lost my mind. I felt like if I went to a therapist and I would have told my therapist everything, I think the therapist would have needed pills, not me. And that's where I literally sat there for a moment. I was like, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. I can't explain it. I can't even tell like right now, like gosh, like 30 minutes ago, I literally just stand in my living room and I'm like, guys, like, can someone please tell me that I'm not crazy? I would love to hear that I'm not crazy, but not one person seems to think that. And it's so mean to me. I hate that. I hate that so much. And then I'm supposed to be happy. No, I'm miserable. And it's like if not one person seems to validate something for me, it's just like I can't seem to understand, you know? I literally went on the first like a good 2 months of spree, like 2 to 3 times a day. I was just like in so much pain. I literally remember December and January, I was crying every day. February, oh my God, I was crying every day. Those first 3 months, I went through like a detox of everything. I literally looked so bad. It's not even funny. I was like double the size. I had patches everywhere. I had patches and like so much like distress. I was calling my sisters every day. Everybody around me knew all of my problems. And I literally went through the most craziest phase ever. And I honestly remember that moment. I remember that moment where I literally just, everybody at home was like, so where's your husband? Where's your husband? Where's your husband? I was like, well, that's not fair. You guys know I'm trying to get rid of this man. It's like, why are you guys all like shoving it down my throat? I'm like, stop mentioning his name. Stop mentioning his name. Stop mentioning his name. Stop mentioning his name. Stop mentioning this, because it was just like feeding the pain even more. I was like, just stop doing that. Stop doing it to me. You're making it worse. You're making it worse. And for some reason, it just kept happening more and more every day. And that's where at some point I literally lost my head. I literally just booked a flight and I flew to him. I flew to him and I was like, hey, this X, Y, and Z is happening. This was in March. And I was like, this is happening. I don't know what to do. I told him everything that I could possibly think of. I'm like, for some reason, I'm seeing this, I'm hearing this, I'm experiencing this. My parents are not listening. My brothers and sisters think I'm crazy. No one is validating. Everyone thinks I need a doctor. And I just went crazy, 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 crazy. I'm like, I don't know what to do with myself. I don't know how to comprehend. I don't know how to swallow this. I don't know how to breathe, right? It just got so bad. And then at some point, I remember I literally just booked a flight and I was like, you know what? Maybe I need to just fly to him. Maybe he knows. I was like, if this happens, if this is happening to me, maybe he knows. I was like, maybe he knows. I'm like, I don't know. Maybe he knows. And I literally flew there and I wasted my time. I went there for 2 weeks. I wasted my time. I was there with him for like a few days and I was like, it was so bad. I actually did more damage than I actually received any help. I actually did way much more damage than I actually received any help. I literally really did some. I regretted showing up there. I literally left there. I was at a high of like, okay, cool. I finally felt human. I was like, finally felt like you get to a phase where you look like shit. Like literally my dress. It's so funny. I remember the day my dress from my New Year's dress of last year. I was putting it on last year and like the zipper wouldn't go up. It was just it's actually very funny. I remember I was at Nordstrom, I was getting a dress and my zipper wouldn't go up. And I was like, oh my God, this is so embarrassing. And I literally, my zipper wouldn't go up and I'm like recording everything. I have everything on video. And I was like, oh my God, this is so embarrassing. I went to a birthday party. I hated all my pictures. I looked like shit. I didn't feel good. I just hated everything. And I remember that moment. So it was after New Year's. I heard some really cool song. I don't remember what the song was. But it doesn't matter. I'm trying to remember it right now. But anyways, what I was going to say, New Year's, we watched a movie, we had lots of fun, and I couldn't fit into a dress, and it looked like shit, and I felt like shit, and I smelled like shit. Like, it was like one of those really, 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 really crazy years. And I think a month before that, I started sharing my story, started sharing a lot of pain, I started sharing a lot of marriage problems and pain. A lot of pain points were around that and everything I've suffered in life. So just kind of like the past, like December month was very traumatizing for me. So I walked into 2019 in a place of just like, I don't care how I look. Like I was like, I have extensions in. It's like, if you have extensions in your hair, at least your hair looks good. You know, it's like at least something, your eyelashes look good. Just focus on one thing that makes you feel good. And that was me. I walked into 2018, at least my hair looked good. At least my eyelashes were long and like butterfly looky typey thingies, you know? Long story short, I remember after that, I started taking care of myself, started following I started following a lot of people, actually. I started following my favorite bloggers. I started following a lot of people, a lot of branding, a lot of Amazon, a lot of vloggers, and I just completely immersed myself in YouTube. I literally just went into that land of like, oh my God, it's so much fun. And I enjoyed it so much. And then I started to get so much better. I literally went like on a 2-month spree of just having a really, really, really great start to the year. I was just so happy to be alive. Finally, I could breathe again. I started to reach out to so many people. I started to reach out to people that were vloggers. One of them is Zoella. One of them is Ashley. Yeah. A few other girls. I was reaching out to them. I love In The Fro. I love her style. I love Leanda, she's from the UK, I think that's her name, Miller. It's a lot of girls I was just following, and there's a lot of people, like, I was watching Gary Vee as well. I was just watching a lot of people. I was like, oh my God, these people are so amazing. They are marketing, fashion, vlogs, blogs, and just like podcasts, everything I love to do. A lot of like Mel Robbins and like just a lot of people that I started watching. I was like, oh my God, they're such amazing people. And it just started to motivate me, like in Thai, like everybody started to motivate me, just started to make me feel better. Everyone just like, it's very interesting because everyone's kind of like the New Year phase. It's like everyone's trying to get healthy, right? So I was like, okay, healthy. And I started taking a course on the Amazon again. I was like, okay, cool. So I'm starting to learn again. And I literally went through like a 2-month spree of just getting so good. And then at some point, things started to not make sense. And I was like, wait a second. I bought a ticket, flew to my husband, and I literally just vomited everything out. I was like, oh my God, I'm scared. I'm so scared. I got so terrified. I was like, I don't know what's going on. I'm so scared. And I was like, maybe we need help. I was like, maybe we need some financial help, maybe some kind of help with like money base. I'm like, maybe we can just reach out to people that we know. We have so many masterminds. I got so many roadblocks from this man, and I literally just left there so devastated. And I flew to LA, and I just felt so devastated in LA. I was trying to like hang out with my friends in LA, I remember, and that was just on a shit show of its own. I was like, wait. So it just kind of, I think from the moment I walked into like the Bali, like I remember standing in the Bali like airport. I was like, I don't know what I'm doing here, but I'm trusting my gut. Everyone keeps mentioning his name and I'm going crazy. And I literally remember just losing my mind after I left there because I didn't receive what I wanted. So, and I just went downhill so fast. I literally just lost my mind. And after that, I don't really remember much. I think if like April, May, June, July, August, September, it was like a wave of like self-destruction and just like didn't make any sense to me. Like after that, it's like a blackout. Like I literally just forgot about my camera, my phone, I forgot about everything. I just literally went on this phase of just like mental blackout. I've never ever had this before. And I just literally forgot about everything. I literally spent all my money on this crazy blackout, just so much weird stuff. I remember taking a Vicodin for one, I think it's Xanax. I told my doctor, I was like, I'm going crazy. She's like, what are you going through? I'm like, I'm going through this crazy phase. She prescribed something to me and I literally I've never ever laid in bed paralyzed, but your mind is working. Has anyone ever laid paralyzed, but their mind was working? That's how Xanax made me feel. I literally got off Xanax and I was like, whoa. I came to my sister and I was like, you take this and you take it away from me. It's scary. I'm like, oh my God, I've never ever just laid paralyzed and my mind was working. I never ever like went in a phase of like, I don't know who I was and things like that. I got so scared. I literally just lost my schnitz, just completely lost myself so badly. I even asked my girlfriend, my sister-in-law for like, I even asked her for some like, you know, marijuana. I was like, do you have any edibles? Maybe a natural force is going to help me somehow. I don't know. Like Jesus Christ himself isn't helping me right now. I was like, I'm going crazy. And I remember in that moment, I took an edible and I literally just, I was like, I'm never doing anything ever again. It was so bad. It was so, so bad. I think it was like in April. Never again. Never, never again. But I was so involved in social media. I was so grateful. Social media for me is like social media for me is a very, very cool phase. I love social media because I'm such a social media kind of a girl. I love giving and I love giving more than receiving. So for me to give content as much as I can with everything that I have, even just like talking. This is just like a talking. It's kind of going on a rant of like what's happening in life right now, you know. It's going on a rant of what I learned today. Usually I read books and I listen to podcasts and I feed off of that and I give it to people. Or traveling or business related things, or if we release a new product, I would always talk about those things. I would talk about it everywhere on all my platforms and things like that. But these past sessions and last year, it's all been like health. It's all been mental. It's all been physical. It's all been emotional. And I was following a lot of people this year and just a lot of things that I wish would make sense more to me. It's like, I know what I want to do in life. I know what I want to be. I know exactly what I want in life. I know everything. I've had a list since like last year. I literally called a lady, besides business side of things, you know, like besides business sides of things, I personally, besides business side, like that part makes sense to me, but like the emotional, like reality. My only problem is when I took an edible, sorry, I'm gonna get off course here, but when I took an edible, it's like an ayahuasca experience. I literally could not figure out what was real. I literally lost my shit this year. And so when I went to Miami, I won't even lie to you guys. I went to Miami and I sat in front of my friends. And the one thing in front of my friends I didn't receive was the proper support. Everyone automatically thinks I need to go see a doctor. I'm like, I don't need to see a doctor. I need somebody to tell me the fucking truth. Why is this fucker in Bali? Why is this happening? Why are these people not talking to me? Why is this not working? 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 Why is this working? Why is this working this way? I'm like, I just need someone to validate. Like, why am I having a hard time getting validation? It was just so bad. I literally remember like in my mind, there was like a little twitch. I could hear something break in my head at some point. Like I literally could hear something break. It's like you have like a mental like atomic bomb go off in your head. It's like, I was like, oh my God. I was like, I'm breaking my head. It's like, you know, it's real, or you think you know it's real, or maybe it's fake. And you try to be so happy and you tell somebody and they're like, I don't know what you're talking about. And their eyes are just kind of like, huh? What are you talking about? And then that's where I just lost my shit. After Miami, in June, I was there for a month. I literally went 2 weeks in Miami just not remembering anything. I literally was like a vegetable for 2 weeks. And then like the last 2 weeks I was by the pool. And I remember those 2 weeks I was literally talking to people. And I was like, guys, please tell me if this is real, if this is not. And at some point I remember my friends were like, no, Natalia, you're crazy, you're crazy, you're crazy. You have schizophrenia. Go see a doctor, go see a doctor, go see a doctor. They just forcefully were telling me that wasn't real. And then in that moment, I just threw my hands up and I said, I give up. I give up thinking I'm crazy. I would never, ever accept the fact of people actually calling me crazy. That's why after that, I just literally after March, I went to I don't give a fuck mode. After March, I literally like April to like today, I literally went into a phase of like, I don't care whatever happens in my life, because it just was, I wasn't receiving the proper, you know, like I felt like the proper, it's so hard to like tell somebody, hey, you know, it's like this phase. I was telling someone, it's like you see a woman that's pregnant in front of you, right? And you tell your neighbor, it's like, dude, she's pregnant. And the guy's like, I don't know what you're talking about. Dude, she's pregnant. She's about to pop any month. I don't know what you're talking about. It's like, dude, don't break my mind. No, she's not pregnant. They're like, but I saw it. I know it's true. What are you saying? Nope, she's not pregnant. I'm telling you, this wall is not blue. It's pink. It's not blue. And it's like, that word for me, I literally just sat there and I watched everything and I was like, okay. I'm like, bye. You know, like I walked out of Miami. I just literally just said, I threw my hands up in the air. I was like, bye, Felicia. I literally walked out. They're like you drop your mic kind of a sensation. I was like, bye. And then you see people are making fun of you. The worst year of 2019. I literally never felt like this before, ever in my life. Never have I ever felt like this in my life. It's so bad. It's so exhausting. I've never experienced anything like this in my life, ever. It just made me feel so like disgusting. Like I honestly woke up in the morning and just like felt sick. You know, I felt so sick. I was like, well, that doesn't make any sense to me. I was like, but 5 minutes ago, you just told me what? And then 7:18:53 seconds later, you're telling me another thing. So it's just kind of like, I literally felt my brain just break a little bit every single day when I was in Miami. It was just so like, and that's how my whole year went. Just like that. I was like, okay, so I don't have to. Like, I went so like obnoxiously loud, so loud till like 2 weeks ago. I was 3 weeks in. It's so bad. I know it's so stupid. Like I was 3 weeks in Texas, went to see a girlfriend and talked to some people, and I was in front of this girl. I was so blessed and so happy. She was right there in front of me. I was like, yay, I get to see you. I was so happy. And I was like, no thanks. Not getting what I need. I'm not getting what I want. And no thanks. That's how I felt. That's just how I felt because I literally went through a phase of I literally went through a phase of the worst year ever, and I'm not happy about it. Not happy. Nothing made sense. I don't even know if it was real. That's how bad it is, you know? That's the problem. I don't even know if it was real because I was like, well, if everybody knows my story, or if one person knows my story, or if one person knows what I'm going through, this guy from church in Oregon, Vancouver, was mentioning something about a very similar phase thing that I was going through. But then my girlfriend knows nothing about it. So it just does something to you. It puts you in a phase of like, it's very a bad phase. I won't lie to you guys. It's a very, very bad place to be in. It's like, it's a very unvalidating. You feel like people are lying to you. Like I've always have to like ask my family around me. It's like, I was just talking to my family. I was like, guys, am I the only one that experienced this? Like, oh, we don't know what you're talking about. Constantly I'm receiving lies around me. So it makes me feel like it's not real. It's just after my 22 airplane tickets this year and collection bureau status point, I just kind of came to a point of what a bad year. Thanks to this blue straw and this amazing candle I have right next to me. This is what I mean. It's just so bad. I literally was just like, I am so sick of this year. It's not even funny. I literally just so sick of this year. I literally was like, I was trying to understand. I was like, well, if everyone is mentioning one name, you know, it's like, okay, so did you see this person? Did you go there? Did you talk to this person? Did you talk to this person? Did you talk to this person? It's like, I did my best as I humanly possibly could. It's not like I'm like an 8-year-old or like a 13-year-old or like a 15-year-old. I have no connections besides my mom and dad, right? I'm a 30-year-old woman and I have so many phone numbers under my fingertips, right? And the funny thing is, I called everyone and I made sure everybody knew my middle name. That's how badly I annoyed people. Because I was like, I know there's something going on. I know I need help. I know that this is not normal. That was my thing. I was like, I know that I know that this behavior is not normal. You know what I mean? So I just went through a phase of like, anyways, I just want one person to be so honest with me. That's my thing, you know? That's it. I'm sick of laughter. I'm sick of lies. And I'm sick of jokes. I'm sick of people not being true with me. I'm sick of people not understanding properly. What if this happened to you? What would you do? OMFG, what would you do? That's my thing. What if you had the same kind of experience the way I did? What would you do? I told everyone everything in this house 1,000x times, and I kind of got fucked in my ass every single night. That's like the best explanation I could possibly get. You try going through a divorce and failure after failure after failure with a big F all over your fucking face that says fuck you, you know? And then try to be human after that, after you go to like 2 different court dates, 3 court dates, hospital, and a lot of bullshit in between. And we'll see how sane you're going to be afterwards, you know? I'm telling you, if I was 15, or if I was some 21-year-old girl, like, no care in the world. Let me just go like to Earth Cafe every single day and have like a green kale smoothie because I just hiked Runyon Canyon. You know, like if I was that kind of girl, when I was 21, you know? Jeez Louise, you know? If I was that kind of girl, trust me, I don't know. I would have probably like came out okay, but like you try going with like a mental F up every single day. I don't even know. Just like so bad. I wish I could sugarcoat it. I'm trying to think. The only thing I can think of is just like going to the gym every day, like getting a bartending job and just going to the gym every day. You know, like that's like my thing right now. I'm like, okay, get money, get a capital under my belt. I need to lose like 6 more pounds to be just how I want to be, and literally like 5 pounds and I'm happy. But that's not my happiness. My happiness is not that. My happiness is not in the weight, it's not on the scale. My happiness is mentally sane and for things to make sense, you know? Because this year was just so exhausting. I know what I'm good at. I know my really good qualities of my own life. I know everything. And it's just kind of like, I saw so many things this year. I saw so many good and bad this year. I was literally telling my mom, like, Mom, did you see this? I was telling my friends, like, I was taking pictures of my like Instagram account, Facebook account. Like, guys, did you see this? Did you see all these crazy things? I'm like, is it real? Like, I remember my ex-husband was like, well, you're not the only one in this world. Like, it's not to you. You're crazy. You're like, I just kind of like received that kind of a treatment. And I was like, okay, cool. So it's not for me. Okay, what's next? This, I'm like, oh my God, I was just talking about this yesterday. And it's like, no, that's not for you. I was like, okay, cool. So like, I like mentally speaking, it's like you saw like, it's like you're using one 100 RX kind of a Sony camera, and it's like all of a sudden you see all these girls showing their cameras. It's like, oh cool, you share it with somebody, you know? It's like you're sharing it with like people around you and like all kinds of different things, you know what I mean? and no validation. So I'm like, okay, cool. So it's fake, but it's not towards you anyway. But it's like a psychological kind of a mental fuck up kind of a thing. So I don't know, like people, if this happens to you, it's like when you were buying a car, for instance, let's say I'm so interested in Teslas, right? All of a sudden you're driving, you see white Teslas everywhere. God damn it, you see white Teslas everywhere. Like you had a white Tesla with a white interior with tinted windows and these really cool rims and all this cool thing that's happening with the Tesla, right? And it's all of a sudden you see it everywhere. And then it's like, you know, and then you hear all these, just a lot of like abnormal things that happen around you. And it's like, it's no one else is going to help you but yourself. Like no one is going to understand you but yourself. It's like, here I am talking to my ex-husband, I'm telling my sister, I'm telling my brothers. Everyone's like, no, that's not real. That's not real. That's not real. I'm like, okay, so it's not fucking real. That means birds actually do talk at some point in our lives. I think it's when you go through the big divorce session of your, you know, or when 2008 hits, a big recession, you know, it's like you go fucking crazy. Or like 9/11 happens, you know what I mean? Because it's like, you will never know until it happens to you. And that's why I'm just been so open about it. I have not hidden one thing in this past year. I've been so loud for a reason. I've been so loud because it's just so abnormal. I was like, wait a second. It's abnormal that went somewhere and my friends don't believe me and there's like all this abnormal activity around me. It's like, it's not normal, you know? When I was in LA, I remember I was just sitting there. I was like, girl, is this really happening? And I only remember one little thing from her. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, that killed me. I literally sat there and I watched her and I was like, I'm so mad. You will never know until it happens to you, and I don't agree with it. It does something to you mentally. It does something to you mentally. I would never wish that on anybody, unfortunately. It's like someone taking a fork and going, it's like someone just taking a fork and like literally doing this to your head. And it's like, whoa, scrambled eggs, no thanks, you know? And no matter how many times you scream, fuck you, fuck off, no, get the fuck out of my face, fuck, 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 no, 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 it just doesn't stop, you know? And that was like the worst experience I had this year. It's like, it was a very mental brain injury. I literally just had a very bad brain injury this year. I'd rather do ayahuasca 100 times, even though I hated ayahuasca. Like it did something to my brain. Like I've never had so much negative language around me before the way it did. I was like, wow, I don't deserve this. Divorce was as bad as it was. It's like trauma was as bad as it was. And it's like, this just kind of like did something, like it's like scrambled eggs. I was like, whoa, oh my God. It's like, you're supposed to be happy. I'm like, okay. Whatever, I don't get it. That's why I didn't agree with anything this year. I was like, no, no thanks. I've just been saying no thank you to everything, even though I thought I knew what I was doing. And then I saw a big joke. I saw a big joke around me. And I was like, I don't want to be involved with a joke. I am not a joke. I don't deserve to be a victim. I will never, ever accept anything that has to do with like mental brain injury, because it was like a very bad brain injury. I was just like sitting there. I'm like, but mom, dad, but brother, but sister, hold on a second. It's like, wait a second. It's like at one point, it's like people are like, go to the hospital. I was like, no, I don't need a hospital. I don't need pills. I can imagine if I was that person that said, yes, I do need pills. Can you imagine what would have happened? You can get in a coma somewhere. You can get stuck in between of pills and things. Like you can actually get stuck in a mental ward institute. Like you can actually get stuck somewhere. It's so bad. It's so bad. I remember just sitting there. I was in a hospital for a week. I was like, I was like, this is so bad. This is so bad. I literally just sat there and I was like, this is so bad. This is so bad. I literally was just like losing my head at one point. Like, do you want anything? I'm like, no, I don't want anything. I can't even imagine taking something when I feel like I'm trapped. Because I'm technically trapped between four walls around people I don't even know. I don't even know what's going on around me. And it's like so scary. No, it's not that it's not like I asked this for myself. No, it's like it was just happening. I was like, yes, thank you for offering a doctor. I'm grateful. I'm grateful. I'm not grateful. I'm like, I'm grateful for you being like taking care of me. But then when I got there and I was like, no, I will never go to the hospital. I don't need a hospital. I don't need pills. I don't need anything to screw with my brain. It was a very bad mental brain injury I received this year. So like, it's like on top of everything I was going through, it's like my brain was like, it just was fried, you know? It was so bad. And I just like, I don't understand. I don't understand. And I've been so open about everything. I was like, Mom, Dad, I think let me go to Texas and try to talk to people to talk about money opportunities. Like, let me see, like, if I can, like, pitch something, like, what I want to do, things I want to, blah, 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 like, all these different stuff. And I kept hearing all these, like, phrases around me. I'm like, okay, so I'm not stupid. You know, it's like, I'm not stupid. I'm like, I'm not stupid. Like, you know, like, I'm not stupid. It's like I was in the right place at the right time talking to the right people like 1,000 millions of times. I'm like, I'm not stupid. I'm like, I'm not stupid. Even Miami, like, I'm not stupid. I was like in LA, I'm like, I'm not stupid. It's like, I'm not stupid. I'm not stupid. I'm not stupid. But then I wasn't getting what I need. I knew exactly what I needed to do to go to the next step in life, and I wasn't getting it. It's like, imagine how you feel in that moment. It's like, you're not getting what you want. You know what I mean? I was looking for funding for a company times 3, not just 3 times 4 is what I meant. Not a company that was already existent. I had 3 other ones, and it's just like, I've done it for 5 years. It's not nothing new to me. It's like, you had 1 baby, you had number 2, you had number 3, you have number 4. You know exactly how number 5 is going to be. And it's just kind of like, I always sat there. I was like, okay, this doesn't make any sense to me. I contacted her. Anyways, I threw my hands up in the air. I was like, I give up. Screw it. Moving on. What's next? Told my dad everything. Told my mom everything. Told my brothers. I literally told my brother. I was like, brother, don't screw with me. Literally, I remember him sitting here on the floor and he was talking to me, and I was like, don't screw with me. Like, just be honest with me. Just talk to me as it is. It was as painful as it was. Very deep fried my brain. Really deep fried my brain. I went through like so many hives. Like, this is gonna go away. I'm not worried. I've never had this before, but like just so many hives all over the place. And it's like, okay, cool, moving on as much as I can. I'm like, moving on into the best, beautiful version of myself. And I sit there and I remember myself being on Runyon Canyon. I remember myself having green juices, plant-based as I was every single day. But I didn't like how I was treated. I did not like how I was treated. And I think every one of us deserves to be treated the right way. And I was not treated the right way. I didn't like how my friends treated me in Miami. That was not the nice. It was rude. LA was really rude. And I have nothing else to say about. It's so funny because flying somewhere 5 times and not getting a verdict was kind of just stupid. I literally was just like, what am I doing here? I just came to a point, I was like, this is so stupid. I literally was just like, this is just so stupid. Bali was so stupid. Just everything was just so like, I literally made a loop of a year, and I wish I just stayed home and I did this every single day, like 3 times a day. I wish I just did this and I would have been in a much better place than this whole past year combined. I literally was talking to my sister. I'm like, oh my God, my year started so well. Like the first 2 months, I was like, oh my God, I was so happy. And then I flew to Bali, and then everything went crashing down for like 7 months straight. I was like, I wish those 7 months I just was planted right here Literally just talking, breathing, living, and moving forward, going to the sauna every day, and I would have been so much happier. And I probably would have ended the year in a much more positive note. Probably like my money combinedly like multiplied somehow magically versus it all being down and like in a credit bureau now, collection bureau. But it's real. I'm not sugarcoating. It's horrible. It's sad. It's embarrassing. It is what it is. But moving on. So literally things were happening around me. I noticed a lot of stuff, but my only problem was like it was all just me. Was it real? I don't know. Was it fake? I don't know. Is it something to talk about? I don't know, because here I was 30 minutes ago in the kitchen just talking to people, and what I got was, I don't know what you're talking about. My computer works fine. Yours should work fine. It's like, well, that's not kind of family I want. That doesn't make any sense to me. It's like, that's stupid. I literally just kind of walked out of that feeling, can't wait to get the fuck out of this house, Rude. It's not what I wanted. I've been watching Girls Gone Runyon, and I'm like so happy. Girlfriend. Everyone's just been having a great summer. Everyone's just kind of been themselves. Everyone's just all over the place having fun, and it's just like a really great summer. And I was having a great summer of my own. Crying like the biggest baby in the whole wide world. And it's true. I'm over it. I've been talking about trauma every single day. Just ready to move on to the next phase of life, whatever God will bring. It's like I've been told so many things, and I felt like I was in the right place, but it's kind of like, why does it not feel that way, It doesn't feel that way. It's like, don't worry about it. You'll be blessed. I'm like, how? When, where, why, who, It's like, if you don't get it on your own, I don't see like how magic can magically appear, It's like I'm always like running around with like a chicken with her head cut off all the time, like, searching for answers and things. But that's just who I am. I'm that kind of person. It's like I see a problem, I gotta fix it. If I see an issue, I gotta fix it. If I see multiple explosions, I wonder where they came from. Just like a curious George, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But these are very stupid year. So it is what it is. Just over it. Just over it. This year has been so crazy. Just over it. I'm just happy I'm healthy, in the right place, in the right, like, that's the most important thing to me, is just health. Sanity, because sanity like literally drove me up a wall. That wasn't funny. I was driving to Canada at one point, don't even know why. I think I crashed my car. I just was blessed in a way of like complete, in a healthy state, I was looking for a massive break. I was like, I need a break from my feelings. So I read a quote today. I was like, I need a break from my feelings. Why is that another thing? I don't know, because it's true. Everyone has them. It's like this year, I constantly got my ass kicked. Like, why? Why couldn't I just go through this year feeling good, No, I constantly got my ass kicked every single day. Every effing day I got my ass kicked, in the sense of like, hurry up, do something with your life. Oh my God. All I want to do is like get rid of these emotional distress, whatever the hell is going on. It's like I was still breaking out in hives. It was so bad. It was really, really bad, My friends were like, Natalia, get over yourself. I'm like, yes, I know. I know I need to get over myself. Trust me, I know I need to get over myself. But it is what it is. Life goes on, and I've mentioned a lot of pain, grief, and sorrow, and a lot of crazy things and whatnot, Just everything I've kind of been open about. Everything I've talked about. Everything I was so happy to share about. I just don't know why the year kind of ended this way. I mean, it's not over. It's not over until it's over, but I just kind of what I mean, it's October is what I mean. But it's over in a sense of like mentally, I'm like closing doors now. I'm like, okay, that chapter is closed. That trip that I made last week is closed. I have a lawyer involved. That's closed. It's like, okay, that's a lawyer combined divorce chapter is closed. So it's like check marks after check marks. Okay. And you're like mentally doing a check mark list, you know? It's like, okay, what else is closed? Okay, so what other problems do I have, you know? It's like, okay, built that. You get pictures, moving on. It's like mental checklist happening. And it's just kind of like stressful, you know? I think my problem this year was you think you know, but then people around you are like screwing with you. It's like I just needed someone to say, yes, you are fine. You're going to be okay. But not one person even bothered to tell me, like, is my life real? Am I crazy? No, not one person. Not one person. Every single person was like, go see a doctor. You're crazy. I was like, well, okay, thanks. Gee, I'm not crazy. If someone told me I need to go to Texas, I probably should go there. If I need to go to Miami, I probably should have went there. Probably should have went to LA. Maybe not. Maybe I should have stayed at home. Probably so. You know, like what I mean? But my problem this year was I was just like not listening to anybody because I couldn't trust one soul. I still am having a hard time trusting anybody. I literally have a problem with trusting anybody right now. Like right now, it's just like the worst problem right now, where it comes down to trust issues because you just went through a divorce. You just lost a company with all your employees in there. It's like you just went through all kinds of things. So you literally have a trust issue, and that's my name all over it. I really have a trust issue right now. Like I can't trust anybody. Like I literally just had the worst mental fuck up I've ever had it before. It was so bad. If I could literally write like, if I could literally, oh my God. Remember at one time, never mind. So bad. I should probably stayed home. I wonder what life would have been if I had just stayed home. With my feet up in the air, going to the gym every day, just sitting in the sauna, and like living the lava life for 10 months. Literally for 10 months. I would have been so happy. I probably would have, my money would have like probably went nowhere. Probably would have ate avocado every day, you know, like with my chlorella pills and water. I feel like I would have just kind of been on a whole different scale of things versus coming home like 2 weeks ago and just being traumatized. I was like a raccoon. I literally was like a raccoon with her eyes wide open, like just staring at the wall. It's like, what the fuck just happened? Was this my 2019? Like, what in the world just happened? Like, literally, that was me. I literally just got home like 2 weeks ago and I just literally sat there with my eyes so wide open, staring at the wall. And I was just like so mad. And I just thought to myself, I just wish this year would have been completely different. I should have just sat home and listened to nobody. And I would have been so much happier because I just made a big ass loop this year. A big fat loop, and you go from point A to point A. That's what it feels like, but so much better. Thank you. But I did start this session with a gratitude note, and I just want to keep saying, like, I'm very grateful for a lot of things. You know, I'm very grateful for just my surroundings, my family, my support. Everyone I reached out to seemed somewhat helpful, but I don't think they knew how to help me. I think that was a problem. It's like every single person I really messaged, assistance. Like I messaged all of my Amazon people, all of the mastermind groups. I messaged every single soul, family, not family, friends I haven't seen in years. I literally messaged so many people. I literally did my diligence of just messaging so many people. And I literally just so grateful everyone like picked up, everyone said something, everyone kind of did their diligence of like, hey girl, I'm here to support you. I'm here to be here with you. And everyone, whoever heard my story, whoever heard my past, whoever knew I was going through a divorce, anyone that heard any of my finance problems, anyone heard I lost a company and things like that, or I want to build something or not, and like all kinds of different things. Everyone's like, they're like, hey girl, I'm here to listen. I'm here to be your support. I'm here to listen. And I was just very grateful that I received so much positive feedback on that end. Very, very grateful for that. But just a lot of scary things because I am a woman at the end of the day. Like when I don't feel safe, if I don't feel safe in my bubble, if I don't feel protected, if I feel somewhat violated, I think anyone's human reaction would be like, oh my God, I want to kill somebody. Like, I literally just wanted to get out. Like, I literally just like, I was on a phase of like, oh my God, I don't feel safe. And like, I scream. I start screaming because I don't feel safe. I'm like, oh my God, I don't feel safe. I don't feel safe. I don't feel safe. My thing for me is safety. I hate walking out of my house not feeling safe. So I don't feel safe on an airplane. I don't feel safe outside of my house. I don't feel safe in my home. I don't feel safe in a store. I don't feel safe there. I don't feel safe there. It's like constant, like you don't feel safe. And that was me like all year. It's like you're just going to be talking about it 24/7, It's so scary. It's so scary. I flew to all over the place, wanted to see so many people. I really wanted to see people from like my Amazon crew, like all kinds of people, because I was just like, okay, I have a problem. I just need some help. I didn't get any of that. I just got more bullshit on top of that, but I'm not happy about that, but I'm over it. I'm just sitting here thinking maybe I should just get into a different line of business. There's so many things you could possibly do. Literally. I was trying to save a company. Maybe God was blocking my doors for a reason, Maybe God was just saying, girl, give that to someone else to do something more fun. I always thought that to myself this year. I was just looking for people that I knew. You know what I mean? I haven't like taken a moment to breathe and actually say, oh my God. I haven't taken a moment this year to actually breathe and just say like, do something else, Like literally doing videos and like things like this get me so excited. They get me so excited. I actually don't like this for me is just like every day, like just grab and go. And I just wish I did this whole like lifestyle of vlogging and blogging the way that I love to do was when I was traveling. When I was traveling, I did so much footage. I did so much footage from all over the world. But I didn't do it in a vlogger's kind of standpoint. Like I didn't do like, hey guys, how are you? Oh my God. Like I'm about to try a frog's leg. You guys want to see what it looks like? Ew, it's kind of crunchy. Like, or, oh my God, I'm about to go on a 105-story high Shanghai building. Come with me, or let's bungee jump together and I actually have a GoPro attached to you. So like things like that, where I just kind of like put people into the adrenaline of here's my lifestyle every kind of a day feeling. So it's like they are there with you. And the more times you tell someone, the more times someone looks at your vlog, blog, post, Twitter, or anything, and they say, me too, me too, me too. That's so me. Like cowgirls always say, but first, coffee. It's like, yes, me too. Where's my croissant, Or like, oh my God, that moment when you get off the airplane and when you enter the French airport and it smells like croissants and chocolate and like espresso everywhere. And all of a sudden, like French language makes you feel like you want a French kiss all day. And I'm not the only one. Everyone says like, oh my God, me too. That's exactly how I felt. I'm like, oh, good. So like those are the kind of vlogs I just love and I should have done when I was traveling, but it's just that feeling that you get besides everything that you release online, besides the really, really great content. Obviously, if you have something to learn or something to teach when it comes down to people either talking about Amazon, because that's something I'm familiar with, or outside of Amazon, which is traveling, Airbnb, or Um, blogging, like Instagram influencing, all these things. That's for me is very fun. That's something I can talk about, teach, and learn how to edit and things like that. Those are fun things, and it's like that's a content or that's like value can bring to people. So, but besides just talking about all kinds of things, just random stuff like I'm ranting right now, which is fine. Nothing wrong with that. Those are needed too. Mostly things like these are like very like therapy sessions too, but I would like to listen anyway. I like to know what people are wearing. I like to know where their necklaces are from. I like to know where their lipsticks are from. I want to know what foundation they're wearing. Just like I want to know what they're thinking. Politics or not, climates or anything changes or anything that they're doing in their life or what film they're doing or like what music are they going to sing tomorrow or what book are they writing or what podcast are they doing? What are they reading today? Like I want to know everything. So like if you are literally in love with that person, you'll literally want to get to know them, you know? That's usually that's usually how I like to research people. Like I follow Tammy. She's so into like working out. But the thing is her vlog is literally like 5 minutes of her doing a butt exercise and like 30 minutes of her playing with her kids. But it's like her attitude behind her lifestyle, like her energy, like what makes her so attractive to watch. Obviously her beauty, her 5 minute workout sessions per day, and the rest is just her having fun with kids and splashing around in pools and things and talking about fashion. So just kind of like, who are you listening to? I'm usually listening to like geek level stuff, just kind of like books and books and books and books. And I like fashion. I have a lot of designer things. I love fashion. I've kind of been on a black spree, but I love fashion. All of my clothes are very designer clothes. And I've been very grateful for all of them. And music, I love music. I listen to everyone's music, and I sang for 18 years of my life, so that was very fun. Played lots of sports, so I love to watch all kinds of. I love basketball. I watched a lot of basketball growing up. So for me, like where do you put your attention to? So like I like to find those people when it comes to like influencers, for instance. Like there's a few girls that I love to follow. Jenna is one of my favorites. She's a great laugh, that girl. I'm obsessed with her. Jenna Marbles is so awesome. I'm obsessed with this girl. I'm sure like a lot of people are. She's so funny. She's so much fun to be around with. Just like watching her and her boyfriend do all kinds of different things. It's so entertaining, you know? But anywho. Let me see what else. Literally just coming back to life. I'm very grateful for that. But it's a lot of things still are up in the air. A lot of things are still coming into existence per se. A lot of things still are a little bit wacko and weird. But trying to understand. I think my thing was just trust issues. Really had the worst trust issues this year. I really just went on a phase where I'm like, I don't care what you have to say. I'm gonna do it my way or it's the highway. And that was this year. I literally just was telling everybody to F off because there was a moment, I think it was after I came home from Bali, I was literally just, no thanks to life. It just got so bad. So confusing more than anything. It just got so confusing. So confusing. It's so confusing. Oh my god. I wish I could sugarcoat it. I literally just sit here. I don't even know I was walking barefoot on the street sometimes. I don't even know what happened when I was in the airport once. I literally lost my head driving to Canada. I sat there in Canada. I was like, what the hell am I doing here? I was going in a spree of just like, I don't give a fuck. Literally got so scared. It was so bad. I'm just happy to be alive. Oh my god, it's so bad. It was such a bad year. So much laughter, just like, oh my god. It's like I need therapy after therapy. That's what it feels like, you know? So weird. I literally just sit here and think to myself, oh my god, it's so crazy. So crazy. So crazy. Just grateful for all the support I got. That's all I'm gonna say. Thank you. Like Lily, thank you for all the support, all the love, and like all the generosity of like people, lots of support I got like from everyone around me. I got so much support that I could honestly never, ever, ever be grateful for, like the lots of the support I received. I literally went looking for help from every corner I could possibly find, and literally I've just been so grateful for everything. So I'm just grateful. I'm just grateful. Grateful, grateful, grateful. I think the only thing I would have done differently this year was just sit home and not travel. I should have just sat home. Literally, I went from point A to point A. It was so bad. Mm. I really hit a high peak at one point. I hit a really high note and then I just went crashing. I was like, there must have been something wrong that I did. This made no sense to me. So emotional. It was so bad. Trying to understand. It's so bad. Oh my god, it's so crazy. I watched a lot of things and just hmm. So crazy. I'm just trying to understand. So bad. It's been getting a lot of motivation, like I've been watching a lot of social media in general. Just getting a lot of information from everyone around me. Everybody was getting their beach bodies. Everyone was eating healthy or not. And then everybody just having a great, great summer, traveling all over the world. My friends from LA having great summers by the beach. Really, really good. And just really, really fun to see everybody have a great time. And I've been just so blessed to see that, experience all of that. And I think most of it all I've been trying to understand. I think that's been my problem. Just calm down, like take a Nisa moment. But I think after I came back from Mali, I should have totally just sat in my room and just did nothing. I would have been so much more better off just sitting here and doing nothing versus looking for answers. It wasn't my place to look for answers. It wasn't my place to go crazy. Just sat home and literally I would have been fine. But I literally was told so many things. I went looking for answers. I didn't get anything, so just over it. So now I'm just selling my furniture, moving on, being happy from what I have, and being grateful for what I have. Sitting there and send me whatever I have, and I can't spend another dime right now. It's so stupid. It's crazy. So crazy. that's over and done with. So that dude is gone. And it's over it. Hey girl, hey, but you know what? Life goes on and it is what it is. And I've literally learned to move on as much as I can. Literally move on as much as I can, and I'm grateful for that. And I just don't know why I literally rushed everywhere this year. So it is what it is. So just moving on. Moving on. Moving on with the job. And besides a job, I can't think of anything else how else to move on. That's pretty much it, really. I don't know. I literally was asking God every single day. I was like, God, there must be something wrong I'm doing. There must be something wrong I'm doing. Like literally, there's something wrong I'm doing. There must be something wrong I'm doing. It's not funny. It's scary and it's exhausting. I don't know what it is anymore, you know? Kind of go through a phase where just kind of like you're over it, you know? Divorce is done and over with. You're happy it's over and done with. And the rest it is what it is. So I'm happy about that, honestly. Just happy about that. It doesn't matter anymore. So you go, hey. Hi, pretty couple. A happy couple. That's my outfit today. Okay, guys, have a great day. I'm just thinking about what else can I say. Nothing else. It is what it is. Message me if you have any questions. Just kind of wanted to give you guys an hour and a half of an update of how life is. And it's been a very crazy year. That's all. Divorce is real. Everything is real. Nothing else to say. And I'm just over it. And it's just been a really hard year. So, and it's been a lot of negativity, a lot of craziness, but it's all going to be okay. Cool. You guys have a good one. Bye.